All right. And we believe we should be live on Twitch and pretty shortly on YouTube as well. All right, we are live on YouTube, it looks like. Thank you, everyone, for bearing with me. Just a bit of usual technical nonsense. How is everyone doing tonight? And bear with me just a little bit more as I log in the old YouTube. All right. Joe Mama. I got you to sign up to Twitch. Nice. Well, there you go. John Yang, we are in here. Gaston, we're about to start. Stefano, we are about to start as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And if you're watching this after the fact, as always, feel free to fast forward past all of this nonsense. So let's dive right in. Begin number one. So tonight we are doing the SalzZ clan. It always makes me think of Salisbury steak. And they are taking on the Suomi clan, which is represented, I believe, by 3 Finnish players. Although I think the Suomi, if I'm not mistaken, the Suomi people are spread out across all 3 Scandinavian countries. At the very least, Norway and Finland. I don't know about Sweden, but I think 2 or 3. Although these 3 happen to be Finnish. Richard, hello, hello. Glad you could join us. Stefano, thank you so much. Atlas, been a while. How are you? In before the stream ended. In right as the stream begins, actually. Also, I toggled the settings, I hope, properly on Twitch so that the chat that shows up should be legible from Twitch. Unfortunately, I can't show the YouTube chat on Twitch because that is apparently against Twitch rules. And so, who am I to brave the storm that is Twitch? As far as you know, Suomi are all finished? Yeah, I figured. I think it's like a common thing in Scandinavia, the term Suomi. When I was living in Norway, I think we learned about them. It was a long time ago, and I wasn't paying attention a lot because I was 22 years old and in Europe for the first time. So the last thing I was paying attention to was lessons. But I think Suomi is a group of people in the northern parts of Scandinavia. Anyway, I've already said this. Enough, let's take a look. Broken record galore tonight. Let's take a look at the players. Winchester in purple, as usual, playing as the Japanese. We see the Japanese on this map every single night. And this time the Malians. Yesterday was the Romans, and now it is the Malians. Jonas, another excellent reason to abandon family on a Saturday night. Oh, man. I'm glad to read that. As sad as that is, I'm glad to read that. Thank you for abandoning your family to join us tonight. And Artur, hello, hello. So we find ourselves on one of the fan favorite maps, not because it looks like a giant powdered donut, but because I'm going to zoom in very slowly for dramatic effect because of these bastards. Man, oh man. I mean, I don't know if you guys like them as much as I do. You're kind of held captive when you watch a caster casting a game because you kind of have to watch wherever I point the camera. So if I want to take a look at this pile of rocks, for example, you guys are screwed and you're watching a pile of rocks. But, oh goodness. Okay, so I see already right off the bat that my Twitch settings are absolutely atrocious. So I have to do one thing. Sorry, everybody. Give me 1 second. Anyway, the point is I like the penguins on the map, but I have to make that. I have to fix that horrible shadow that exists. So bear with me. I'm just going to reduce that. I thought I did a decent job of that, but I guess. I think it's called strike through or something. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, I know this is not exactly the funnest of things. TadZOX24, by the way, nice to see you again. I'm just going to leave that open. And sorry about that, everybody. So now, ooga booga. Oh my god, it's still terrible. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. That is just atrocious. I hope I can fix that. I'm sorry, everybody. This is just incredibly unprofessional. Okay. But you know what? It's your fault, because if you expected professionalism, joining me on a Saturday night cast, joke is on you. Yeah, Gaston, the killer penguins are back. Artur, did you lose any villagers? Yeah, Gaston, that was the Twitch chat. Another big camping. Let's see. I don't know what the hell he was doing here on this part of the map with that community. Japanese, I can see being a very good civ, but I'm a little surprised that they're all choosing Japanese, you know? There are other civilizations. Ooga booga, my brother introduced me to some of your videos, and it brings back so many memories of playing this game. Awesome. I'm glad, number one, that your brother introduced you to the videos, and number two, that it brings back some good memories. Welcome to the live stream. So what do we think are the chances of the Malians here? Jeremy Wenham, hello, hello. Not too sure what you wrote, but you retracted it. I assume you wrote something along the lines of, this is like the greatest evening of my life. Yeah, the penguins are very weak, but did you know they come with attack bonuses? Building and stone defense. I don't understand. So if you build a palisade right here next to the penguin, it actually has a bonus against that palisade? Yeah, the boost of their fishing is OP, but there's other like naval civilizations out there, right? But I guess because 99% of water activity on this map is fishing, well, we'll see some fire galleys, we'll see some galleys, we'll see a demo once in a while, but 99% of it's fishing ships. So I guess, you know what? Yeah, Japanese, a clear choice. I wonder why Max went Malians. He's gonna try to... I mean, you'd imagine if you know everyone is picking Japanese, you'd kind of want to pick a counter-Japanese civilization. Saturday Night Winter of Rage. You know, Jeremy, I haven't been able to find a lot of Rage Forest games lately. I think with the tournament being over, fewer and fewer people are actually playing Rage Forest now. 3 militia start here. Okay, okay. Good move out of purple. Oh, never mind. I thought he was going to let them, I thought he was going to let them out and then try to trap them, but no, he just traps them actually in here. Villagers are taking on the scout. Ooh, first blood drawn by our Malian, guns down a lumberjack. And now this trio, the 3 musketeers, are going to try to bust their way out of prison here. Fang Fang, hello, hello. Yeah, Richard, don't try to make sense of the lake here where a swordfish is jumping, yet it's solid enough to build structures on and solid enough for archers to walk on. Embrace the fantastical elements of the game. Don't ask why units teleport, or if you click on the right for them to move to the right, they move to the left. Oh, okay. Evening up the kill count is this very cocky villager who walked in and got the job done. By the way, I'm finding that the map, when it's snow maps, the colors are a lot more vivid, a lot more bright. It's like I dropped acid before the stream, and the colors just seem a lot more, you know, a lot more pleasing on the eyes. Yeah, Teovillo, that's what I was thinking, is they're going Gabetos or some kind of, you know, if the Japanese wants to go cav archers, Then they can go camels with Farimba, but I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. I am done trying to predict this tournament. Oh, by the way, speaking of the tournament, we are watching the World Desert Championship Part 2, which is a French for number 2. Okay, more cocky villagers out of Winchester. He's just throwing villagers into the military parts now, which is why he has 3 dead villagers. Who's kidding who? But the way this tournament works is there are 2 stages of every set. The first stage is a best of 3 1 versus 1, where they basically duel it out on the exact same maps but smaller versions. The winner of the best of 3, so each team sends its like penalty kicks in soccer or penalty shots in hockey. Each team, you know, they take 1 shot at a time. Whichever team wins the best of 3 1v1s, they get 1 point, and that point counts towards stage 2, which is a best of 5 3v3. And so if, let's say, Winchester wins this game and the SalzZ person wins the next game, then they only have to win 2 more maps in the 3v3 because they get a point from winning the 1v1s. Siriario, hello, hello. We need Mr. Cast of Empires himself with a handicap against the pros. Oh, are you kidding me? I would love to play when I do eventually start playing again, which should be later this year. I've been promising for a while. I would love to like make my grand debut against like the Viper, but the Viper can only use his feet, and then we'll see who actually wins. If you watch another Cav Archer play from this map, yeah, sorry, you're probably gonna see Cav Archer play on this map. Oh no, Richard, I didn't think you were complaining. I was just making light of the fact that again, yeah, like look, the swordfish. I mean, the swordfish you should understand. It's got a big sword on its nose, can saw through the ice. But what about these? They're kind of just bopping around and hopping out. So yeah, it's like an optical illusion. Age of Empires optical illusion. So if our kill count's fairly similar, our Malian, as we saw, has killed more villagers. Although to be fair, Winchester's kind of throwing his villagers into the military. So, you know, what's Max gonna say? No, thank you. Please, no, thank you. Okay, so around the map, skirmishers are shooing away a band of archers and a skirmisher. Might want to leave one of these blue skirmishers or the blue skirmisher behind, maybe to fight that. Militiamen are not going to find anything to do here except maybe a villager. Willie Mac Show. Hello, hello. It's so cool to see the Max play a 1v1. That's one of the cool things about this tournament, is that it actually forces a lot of players to basically put up in a 1v1. And thank you so much for commenting. Stefano, ice is thin enough for a ship to have a jump, but enough to let you walk. Yeah, it's like I said, it's Age of Empires science. The fish can jump through here somehow. It's like in what's that the term for it from Marvel when Vision does it, phasing? So fire ships for an umpteenth time are being chased away on the right side, but oh no. How the hell did the Max get a fire galleon here? He must have sent it all the way around the north side. So of course I had to open my big mouth and say 99% of the action on the water is fishing ships, so we've got ourselves a protracted naval battle. It looks like our Malian will hit Castle Age first. He's being shooed away. And let's see what he does once he hits Castle Age. He does not have any stone. No villagers on stone. Hick speaks. Hello, hello. Glad to catch you live again. Okay, I guess he just turns around and fights. I wonder if you can swim up here on these higher ground. We've seen these maps random and chaotic as they are, with elevated water. Although it doesn't look like the ship can penetrate this particular icy area. Okay, so it looks like Winchester's attack on the other side of the map has stalled out entirely. I see a few units here. Okay. Will he get an equalizing villager kill? My God, feudal age armies. You cannot rely on them for anything here. This villager's not even changing directions. Okay, now she's probably gonna die, right? Right, Winchester? All right. I mean, it took a while, but the villager did die. I thought we got rid of stacking. Somehow there are 3 ships here. The ores are very mesmerizing. And it looks like the Max is pushing out to the west. Oh, thank you so much, Willie Mac Show. Neither player really making any effort here to bust in to the other one's base. A knight to the east. Okay, another villager kill. Uh-oh. Okay, there's enough archers here, I think, to shoo away some knights. Sorry, I think my YouTube chat froze again. Armalian, you know what? He used this uptime quite well. 6 knights, a scorpion, a forward siege workshop. He used the time advantage that he had quite well. And now he's trying to bust into the base here. Winchester's being shooed away in the south, although should take that battle easily. Stefano, you've got like a truffle hound nose for longer games. Okay, he busted in through one line of defense. Doesn't seem like there's another one behind here. I think with knights you're okay to maybe risk it underneath a TC. Not that you actually have to. This is open too. So I'm not too sure what the Max is doing right now. I get the stable attack, but the house... You're just essentially giving your opponent time to get his crossbow numbers up. And remember, the Japanese do have a pretty much pristine archery line, so... By the way, look at the mini-map on the water. Japanese dock after Japanese dock. Okay, loses his forward siege, still has a mangonel to the back. Gaston, I'm very chill. Nice. There are times when I'm not very chill. For example, I'm expecting any minute now for us to see some kind of penguin attack, and then I'm gonna go crazy. I'm like very... Oh no, who didn't want to see cav archers? I reserve my excitement for the most nonsensical of things. Okay, so he knew this was open from earlier. Now he's choosing to pivot here. Winchester's got about 10 more army count. Unfortunately, what is it? Actually, it's not a bad army count. The entire lead, though, is on the water, where he's got 8 fire galleys. The penguins deserve it. Oh, if only our Japanese was the Hun and was paying a little bit less for his cav archers. But this is going to be an expensive play out of Winchester. Okay, he's keeping an eye. This is like a United Nations peacekeeping fire galley here for the penguins. This is the problem I see for Winchester right now. He is going heavy on the wood gold units, navy and cav archers. And this is his only wood pile, so I'm hoping for his sake that he's got enough resources to train a lot, because right now he's not training any cav archers or fire galleys, even though those are basically the backbone of his entire attack right now. Now that he's not, I mean, you can go crossbow too. That's another wood gold unit, right? So Winchester needs wood and gold right now. And on top of that, by the way, fishing ships also, if he wants to keep collecting food. So literally the entire economy for purple needs to be geared towards wood right now. Okay, so that's why by the time I finished ranting, his villager count on wood went from 20 to 32. And now it's 33 and climbing. Okay, so I don't need to tell Winchester how to play this game. It always seems so easy to pull a quick win as a viewer, but then you start clicking the mouse yourself, you cut them some slack. Yeah, exactly. Here, when this game is already played and we're all relaxing on various... I mean, I'm assuming some of you are on the toilet right now. But wherever you are, a bed, a couch, at work, on transit, on the shitter, it's very easy, you're right, to just say, do this, do that. When you're the one... You know, like penalty kicks, the stress of your team is on your shoulders right now. Winchester does manage to hold on here. Wall. Does not wall in. And so that one knight will escape, but where is he escaping to? Certain freaking death. Yeah, Penguin's under lockdown. That sounds like a name of a reality TV show. Like, you know how like there's love under lockdown? What about Max? What is he going for? I don't see any kind of cohesiveness out of our Malian in terms of what kind of army he wants to build. He still has 2 skirmishers, a cav archer. He's going knights, 2 scorpions and a mangonel. So he's basically purely reacting right now. I apologize. I missed the murder of all the crossbows on the other side of the map. This is a fun element because you can go ice fishing on this map that land units can absolutely wreck any kind of naval. And I believe that applies to the entire map, so you can send units all over the place if you want. Okay, we may have our first penguin attack. We for sure have a double wolf. Oh no, imagine the wolves kill him. I'm gonna be so upset. Sergey, how are you? Okay, you killed my brother. My name is Wolf Inigo Montoya. You killed my brother. Prepare to die. The wolf is... of course the wolf's gonna kill the frickin' villager. Of course. I wanted to see the penguins attack. Instead, the wolves... Can't always get what you want, huh? But I'm assuming Winchester's gonna send a replacement villager at some point as well. I mean, the Max is very comfortable with a very low army count because he's playing defensive right now. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. Oh, I thought I heard the penguin. Remember, they're not like boars. They're not going to chase you the entire time. They have a territory, and the second you step out of that territory, they just go back home. Like that. What is happening here? Why is blue sending random villagers across the map? This is like, we saw this villager, now there's 1, 2, 4 total. Winchester, I think if he knew, had basically an army not only twice as big but about 4 times as powerful, would probably have crushed blue by now. Another blue villager dead, another blue villager dead. V Volchek, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Jay, nice to see you. Were you able to get that community, the game that you wanted off of the Discord server? Oh my god, for the love of Age of Empires, let this villager get attacked by penguins already. Come on. Come on. At least dying to 2 wolves in Age of Empires is realistic. No. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, Sergey. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now you can start collecting channel points to make me draw weird things. Everyone's waiting for me to hop on a game? All right, let's do it. We'll do it up soon. That is a 100% guarantee. Everyone here should know me by now, unless it's your first time watching. When I say I'm going to do something, especially channel related, not like I'm going to order Domino's tonight, then I'm on the ball all the time. But if I say I'm going to do something channel related, generally takes me a while. Oh god, Winchester is just overstaying his welcome here. But now he's got war galleys to the front. He's got cav archers not really accomplishing much. They're going to have to fend off a mangonel. The mangonel get through? Yeah, this is chopped. Okay, let's see it. Winchester's not paying attention, takes an absolute atrocious volley to the face. But no buts. The castle he wanted to drop. Oh, that is so sad. He literally picked off the 4 most expensive units. Oh my god, what is that, like 500 gold down the toilet? Oh yeah, Sergey, now that you're on Twitch, every time you log into Twitch while I'm live, you accumulate points. And you can redeem the points to make me do either, I can do like phrases from the game, like I repeat unit commands and stuff. Cat, one of the awesome mods, always likes to get me to do like Burmese and stuff. No. Game number 1 was a disconnect? No way. No way. Jay, thank you so much for gifting a sub. I appreciate that. And Alu Card Official, welcome to the pizza family. One sec, I'm gonna... This is really annoying. This is, these were the games that were provided on Discord, and if this is gonna crap the bed, that's not cool. One second. No, that's the game they provided. Oh, come on. I can't even click the stats because the game didn't end. That is very unfortunate. I'm going to have to write to the Discord channel. It's a draw. Oh my god. That is very unfortunate. Let me load up game number 2. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. These are the files that they provided. Yeah, everyone seems to agree that Winchester would have taken it. Joe Mama, you made it to Twitch. Hell yeah. Start accumulating those points. Stefano, it's got to be a drop, but I honestly, like, again, I didn't download these files randomly. Look at them playing Ring Around the Rosie with a mountaintop here. This file came directly from the Discord server, which is a little weird. By the way, if you're not familiar with this second map, anyway, I'm not going to cry over spilled cheese. Apologies for that. I'm as annoyed and frustrated as you are. We are in the Pamier Mountains, where everyone starts with 200 wood, which means they have to build a lumber camp and gather 175 so they can build their first town centers. Joe Mama, you get points by just watching. You don't even have to watch. You can just leave it open if you want. As long as I'm live streaming and you're in the chat, you accumulate points. And then if you click at the bottom of the chat, there's a little coin icon, and then that'll show you all the various different prizes. It's like Chuck E. Cheese for adults. Anyway, we're on Pamier Mountains. If you're not familiar with this map, it is very cool because every clump of gold comes with a nearby clump of stone. I'm trying to find a good example here. Gold to the right, stone to the left. And by the way, there's a lot of it. 81,000 stone between two players, to rather gold. 21,000 stone, 500,000 wood. Then you've got these kind of gullies in the running around the map. And town center for yellow up to Spanish. Okay. Spanish versus Romans is like the battle of the faster construction crews. Stefano, I think Winchester won that game, yeah. Bear with me, I'm just gonna double check on the tournament website. I'm really annoyed. Looks like Spanish TC goes up first. So a bit of an odder start, just because you have to first dump a bunch of wood to get a lumber camp and then actually cut the trees down. But it does, in the meantime, give you the opportunity to collect a lot of herdables on this map. And there are a lot. There's a lot of food here. 14,000 between two players. A lot of goats and huntables. And you do start with a horsey scout instead of a usual. Ooh, hog goes down. So what are we thinking here? Roman versus Spanish. It's like the Punic War. Or not the Punic War, but the I guess the pretext for the I always forget if it was I think it was the second one. That was initiated over the crossing of a river, Ebro in Spain. Somebody in the chat must be a history buff that can tell me. Cat, hello, hello. And oh, Cat, thank you so much for gifting a sub to the Iceman. Cool name, cool name. And nice to see you, Cat. I am just trying to figure out game number 1 here. I'll take a look in a minute. If memory vanished gold. What penguin do I think could hurt a human? Ooh, good question. Lemmy, you are right on time. Stefano, I say your name properly? Glad to hear that. Marco! You missed the monkey drawing, yeah. It's okay, we'll redeem more. There's lots of butts in this game. Ibex butt, elephant butts, goat butts. It's an entire game full of rear ends. I'm glad you could join us even for a short bit. Cat, I don't know if you can hear this, but thank you so much. Jemima, you were really taken in by that monkey butt drawing. I'm glad. I'm a little upset. It wasn't the best drawing. I'm gonna have to like put in more effort. Can you imagine by the end of this, I'm like some kind of newly discovered artiste, and eventually I have like some gala opening where I put up my Age of Empires Microsoft Paint drawings. Do I plan on any AOM content? I'm thinking about it, Sergey. I am thinking about it. I'm not 100% sure. I have like very limited time with the toddler and work and stuff. So to add in a game that I'm not 100% familiar with, I'm thinking about it. But the answer for right now is not anytime soon. Outsider art. Sell it for top dollar. Oh god. I think in my case it would be bottom dollar. Ooh, Boar F's off. And here we go. Now the fun part of the game where Yellow's horse tries to derail the boar pole. And Classic Bro succeeding here. What do you do for work? I am a lawyer. Yeah, I know. Age of Mythology does look pretty damn cool. But again, it's just like time and stuff. The old clock ticking down. Okay, so far we're going up to the old feudal age. Our Spaniard, 2 villagers behind, is going to hit it first. Rather, my apologies, second. Oh my goodness. Isa Rahim, not live exactly, but you're live with me. Is the important part. Criminal law? No, not criminal law. David, we were really floundering without you, you know? We were facing real tough questions of life and death, love and hate. And I think we were like, you know what? Where's David? And here you are. How's it going? By the way, I did another Mary Brown's BOGO the other day. And, the only chicken sandwich that calls itself spicy that actually has a little bit of spice to it. So, good for them. Why are the horses the son of Ornlu? Because Ornlu is one of the tournament hosts. And when you're the tournament host, you can do whatever the hell you want. Oh my goodness. An anonymous gifter just gifted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, 6 subs, 5 subscriptions. Who is this anonymous donor? Damn. Thank you so much, whoever you are. I feel like we're in like a superhero movie and like you're in a Batman costume and you just saved me from being mugged. And I'm like, thank you, person I don't know, but thank you so much, Anonymous, for the 5 subscriptions. Outsider art is used to describe art that has a naive quality, often produced by people who are not trained as artists within the conventional structure of art production. Okay, well that, I got the naive part. Ooh, you're a wastewater engineer. I once spoke with a friend who was a, whose brother was a wastewater manager in Toronto, and they told me if I knew what the hell Toronto water actually had in it, I would never drink tap water in this city again. And that scared the shit out of me. Dave, congratulations. Joe Mama, shh, they'll never know. Was it you, Joe Mama? If it was, let me know. Hannibal put Saguntum under siege. It was below the river Ebro, which made the city under the influence of Carthage, but Romans like, hey, there are drinking buddies. Yeah, I remember it had to do something with the river Ebro being the border, and then Rome came to their aid. Jonas, thank you. Is it Jonas or Jonas? Hard J or soft J? Let me know. Thank you so much. Ooh, conks against scorpions would be pretty epic. Okay, we've got the first explosion of a conquistador as he guns down a villager. David Hill, thank you so much. Been a while since I threw some money at you, so here you go. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, or Liam Neeson will find you, and he will kill you. David, I really appreciate that so much. Thank you. I love the expression "threw some money at you." But thank you so much. We have a project in McDonald Island, but I'm in New Jersey. Waters are worse in New York. I thought New York City had one of the cleanest water supplies in the US, doesn't it? That's what my cousins in Manhattan keep telling me. Oh, we win prizes. We win a #1 here, #1 there. Soft J, remember your Norwegian days of old, although you're from Denmark. Nice. My brother does a lot of business in Copenhagen. He flies back and forth, and I remember going to Copenhagen. It was a lot of fun. I got to see one of my my mother's childhood dreams, which was to see The Little Mermaid. Might have been. I just want to support a passionate creator. Well, if it was you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're going to donate on Twitch, but you don't see a donate button? Oh, I don't have a donate button on my Twitch. Conks, escape. Something's attacking something here. This map's a little harder to see than the first one, by the way. Watchtower is attacking. Now it's going after the son of Ornlu. I appreciate it so much, David. Uh-oh, Derek's here. I was gonna go on. But then oh, you're gonna go out? Oh, 2 converted conks. That is very sour. Where were you gonna go? What were you gonna do? I don't know. I keep coming back to this house. I'm like a OCD moth to a flame here. I see a little dot lighting up on the mini screen, even though I know it's that house. I go right to it. Conks on the low ground. Not too sure why they want to engage into here. Although, if you look around the map, it is a visually complicated map. It's a little bit hard to see. Like, you have a karst on top of a mountain. The mountain itself has bushes that you, by the way, can cut down if you want. We've seen villagers go on top of these mountains. It's a very visually confusing map. I'm not gonna lie. This is one of the more complicated ones for me to cast, just because, again, like, these are rocks. Why is this open? I guess if you just ignore the terrain and just look at the shrubbery. Oh, the lumber camp's under attack? Whatever it is, it's every time I see it on the minimap, my eyes are like, ooh, what's that? You know what it is. But you know what this map does remind me of? A number of levels from Uncharted. If anyone is still familiar with that game. So conks are not really finding much damage. I guess you kind of have to look at the mini-map, right? The mini-map shows you exactly where there's openings and not. Like any openings, even though, again, now the rock's on top of the bush is on the rock. Not too sure what the hell's going on. Okay, picking off a villager. We lose a conk for it? No, he does not. Jonas, your cousin's in Manhattan, brother in Copenhagen, lawyer on YouTube. Oh, you're talking about me. The scheming is limitless. The Little Mermaid is so small, you missed it twice, but he's... Well, she didn't go, I went, and I took a photo. It was in 2004. When I was almost done my 6 months in Norway, we took an all-night, overnight cruise to Copenhagen. I, of course, wanted to go to... what is it called? What's that part with all the drugs? Christia land? Christia Sun? Something like that? I'm probably saying that completely wrong, or it's not right at all, but it wasn't open. And I just ended up walking around eating some good burgers. At this point, our Roman has more conquistadors than our Spaniard, 5-4. This should clue our Spaniard into something here that maybe should take a different tact. And maybe he might want to create maybe a counter unit to these monks. Oh no. Emalius. By the way, I am so sorry. I didn't even name the players. Christiania, yes, thank you. I am so sorry. I was so flustered by the ending of the first game, which I'm still, by the way, going to look into when we're done with this one and loading the third one to see who won it technically. But Amalius II playing as the Romans, classic pro, as the Spanish. I mean, look at the Romans kill count of villagers. He's killed with these conquistadors 15 villagers, 20 total kills, 13 of them villagers for these 4. Absolutely crazy. It's like what's the child taunt? I'm rubber, you're rubber, I'm glue. What sticks to me sticks to you. I don't know the exact thing, but that's exactly what our Roman is doing, saying whatever you're gonna throw at me, I'm just gonna absolutely steal it from you. But look at this, classic pro discovers a very isolated town center here. Not too sure how our Roman plans on defending this particular colony. 8 barracks being added now. Knights for our Roman. How much stone does he have? 66, only 1 villager. So we're not gonna get to see committencies anytime soon. Especially since we're in Castle Age and it's an Imperial Age upgrade. Another robbery. I mean, and look at the conquistadors. They're on, and the monks, they're on the mountaintop. This is very, very theological right now. Monks on top of the mountaintop. It was a very weird castle drop, I'm not gonna lie. It is an incredibly odd location for a castle. Especially since you're committing to conquistadors, so don't you want to secure a little bit of a safer location for your castle so you can safely pump out conquistadors? But I guess he just wanted to lame the town center. Villager count, our Roman has literally double the villager count. I mean, our Roman is just basically playing amazing right now. He is just taking everything from the Spanish. And he's killing monks as well, though monks are dying on both sides. Conks on the mountaintop, chasing conks. If this was a movie, those yellow conquistadors would get trapped under a snowstorm. Christiania, yeah, exactly. Basic wannabe Jamaica without the dreadlocks. I was so excited to go there, but it was not open. But I had a really fun afternoon in Copenhagen. I walked around. Had, like I said, had some good burgers. And then I boarded the cruise ship that we were on for the overnight trip. And back I went to Oslo. Monks just passed through the mountain. Yeah, that's what I told you. This is this is a very confusing map for me to cast, just because it's hard to see where things are. Like trees on top of rocks on top of snow. It's just like it's multiple levels of terrain on top of one another. That being said, the map itself is visually very stunning. I love these gullies, these little holes in the ground. If Yellow doesn't rescue this castle, he's gonna have to cancel it, which is very sour since it's at 33%. What's 2/3 of 650? 416, 417 stone he'll get back. But never mind, he's planning on a daring rescue mission. Let's see if he can get it. Going for 1 villager. Going for the monk. Okay, mission accomplished. The knights have been pulled off attack duty. Pavel, let's go. Okay. So, did a bit of damage. Lost the conquistador and ends up canceling the castle anyway. Now he's got 7 villagers on stone. Where are they? These are just goats right now. There they are. Red sees it. Unfortunately, it costs the villager her life. And I'm a little surprised that our Spaniard hasn't punished this. This is a nice, juicy location for a quick punish where you can kill your opponent's villager lead, which is now, by the way, 62. And our Roman's heading up to Imperial. 433. Oh, right, it's twice 16. My apologies. Yeah. I doubled the 200. The way my mind works is I carved it up into thirds. But I only doubled the 216 to 416, not 433. Womp womp. I'm showing my math and how I made the mistake. Okay, good kiting there from our Spaniard. I see a lot of dead red bodies. That was a good little get there. Now he's finally here. Has he seen the second TC? Yeah, he has. Conquistador line of sight is pretty damn good. Yo Mama from YouTube with the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. What is happening? I am so sorry. What is this? What the hell is going on? I'm gonna have to delete this live stream. This is embarrassing. 1 second, bear with me. I'm going to the tournament website. Although, 1 second. Back we go. Joe Mama, I appreciate the bits right as the stream goes incredibly unprofessional. I mean, look at the numbers. Our Roman's got to win this, right? This is just, I mean, double the villagers. I'm going to go to the tournament website, but bear with me 1 second. This is really starting to, yeah, Stefano, I know. Believe me, no one is as pissed as I am right now. I'm going onto Discord. This is the... Yeah, Salisbury Suomi. No, this is the file they sent. Okay, bear with me. If this happens for the third game, then we're just not going to watch the rest of these sets because okay, Winchester won set number 2, Emalius won set number 3. 2 rather. Oh my god, Winchester won game number 1, an Arctic Circle with the Japanese. Roman took this game. And like I said, if this happens again, give me 1 second. I'm going on AoE dashboard right now. One second. I'm looking at Winchester's profile. Yeah, the game lasted an extra 40 seconds after the first game lasted an extra 40 seconds. The second game went to 40-14. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. This is so ridiculously unprofessional. And then 1 second. I'm going to make sure I have the right last game here. This one doesn't even tell me how long it is. What the hell is going on? So I'm comparing the time that's on Discord in the Discord games to what is provided on AoE2 Rex, just to make sure that I have, in fact, yeah, okay. My goodness. You only watch to hear my voice? Well, I appreciate that. I know it is, Sergey. I know. Believe me, I'm very upset. It's incredibly anticlimactic. Willie Mac, did they play on an old patch of the game? That can happen. It's the only it's the only thing I can think of. One second. Okay. Now we should have game number 3, which I'm going to warn you right now. Game number 3, there are 2 recordings included. So I'm assuming this is the first half of the game, and then it's going to be followed by the second half of the game. So I kind of spoiled myself a little bit because I know when this first part is going to end and when the second part begins. So right now, the way things stand, Winchester took game 1, Emalius took game 2 with that ridiculous villager lead that the Roman had. The games all ended about a minute after the live, like the games that we were watching, they ended. So we didn't really miss very much. We missed like literally the last 1 minute where one player just GG's because they realized they've fallen a little bit too far behind. And I'm hoping that this third game on Andalusia, which is always a nice regicide map, goes the full way. But there are 2 recordings, so I'm assuming this is going to crash. I'm just going to reveal. Anyway, it's going to crash at one point, and then I'm hoping that the second file is the continuation of the game. Yeah, Jonas, it feels like a 1st of April stream. The perils of live streaming. Oh my goodness. So look, if this is the worst of it tonight, then we are in good shape. We are in good shape because, like I said, the 2 really shitty things. We missed 1 minute of gameplay on each game, and more importantly, we missed the statistics at the end of the game, which is very bothersome. So, in any event, let's move on. You're here for the narration. Let's take a look at the map that we're on. Andalusia, like I said, usually a regicide map, as you can tell by the crowns moving around on the minimap, or you can just take a look at these nice, well-fed monarchs who are running around the map with their line of sight. A few nifty features about this map, there are a few trade workshops around the map, and whatever resource it's standing next to, in this case berries, that's the resource you auto-generate. So take a look at Red's food count at the top of your screen. 90, 91, 92, 95. It's going up a unit, up a unit, up a unit, as is Blue's, by the way, because Blue has control of 2, now 3 of the 4. The center portion with the relics, if you control this monument, you get gold auto-generated. So that's how this map works. Joe Mama, not sure what I'm doing. LOL. Oh no. What's the best way for you to make money? Subscribe tier 1 for 3 months and oh my goodness, thank you so much. Well, that's certainly a way. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I missed your earlier message. So now the scouts are fighting over these trade workshops, which have a good amount of armor. So you're not really going to destroy them. And oh, the monument gives you all the resources except for stone. Okay, I thought it was only gold, but there you go. So gold, food, and wood. Very risky to be out on the map with your king right now. Not exactly the fastest unit. Although that being said, scouts are still in Dark Age, which means they move slower, about 10% slower than the monarch. And so I guess he is kind of safe. By the way, kind of a fortress style opening. Everyone starts with a castle. We've got SalzZ wide playing as the Berbers in red, taking on none other than Valese playing as the Burgundians in blue. So 2 nice, fast mounted civilizations. Burgundians always a bit of a big, huge question mark when you play against them. Are you going to get to see Cavaliers in Castle Age? Are you going to get to see a Flemish Revolution? which might be very bad news for the Berbers because they're basically a mounted civilization, and I think Flemish militia do come with a massive attack bonus against all kinds of mounted units. Lots and lots of buttes all over the place where you have a lot of choke points, which might be good for the camel archer if we get to see. Usually we see camel archers. Okay, both kings nice and safe. Currently being used to push here. This is a very hardworking monarch. A real man of the people here. I like that he has his hands behind his back when he's standing still. Oh, he's pushing them right into the mill. Or maybe to the TC? How far is this? How far is the king gonna take it? Okay. Looks like red is doing the same thing. The deer are annoyingly hugging the walls, which means you gotta outmaneuver them a little bit. Take a little bit of indirect routes to get to your TC. And by the way, you usually can't bust into this until Castle Age because it is surrounded by a wall. And unless you're the Cumans, you are not getting anywhere near that wall with a battering ram in the Feudal Age. Both kings are well fed. I mean, they're doing a lot of exercise. This guy can't even this guy can't even hold his arms together. He's so well fed. But they are doing a lot of exercise pushing these deer. So they're very active, participating kings. Although I expect now he's going to waddle his way into the castle. Yeah, which leaves us with Velese's king. Your opponent sniped your cows. Oh, that's so annoying. We've seen pro players do that a bit in this tournament. I think ACCM was having fun with that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I missed that. First kill of the game. Okay, only 11 minutes in. Goes to our Burgundian. And now let's see what's going on around the map. Too much deer. Every time I see these kings and their diets and stuff, oh, look at this. We're going straight to unique units. Always reminds me of Henry VIII and how he was so athletic right up until he broke his leg. And then he just kind of sat around eating for the rest of his life and became the Henry VIII that we know of in the photos, which is a portlier gentleman. Wide has given up control of the map, by the way. If you look at the mini-map, all 4 of the trade workshops are in firm Burgundian control. Burgundians who, by the way, get food when they have relics as well. So Velese is going to have a lot of food. Not to put any fine point on it. He's going to have a lot of food. Yeah, you can see the number just going up, 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 up like a Khmer farmer. And they're in Castle Age. Extra TC next to the trade workshop here on the bottom of the map. What is our Berber doing with 28 fewer villagers? Okay, so he's just pumping out camel archers. Okay, so he's trying to bust into here. Luckily, this stone wall is stuck. It is stuck in Feudal Age. Walls also get more HP. They go from 1080 to 1800, I believe, in Feudal to Castle. So luckily, these walls are nice, and I think only 2 petards are needed to bust into a wall in Feudal Age. How expensive would his clothes have been? I don't think the king would care too much about that. Hello, Corey. Henry VIII sounds like Robert Baratheon. I'm like, I would say maybe 75% sure that Baratheon was supposed to be Henry VIII, except for the whole Robert's rebellion part. But the story of his decline into a basically a slob. And here you go. It was an attempt to bust into here. Has Red seen it? Because if he has, oh, he still thinks this wall is at 100%. Silly you. Oh, but now he's gonna see that he can bust his way into here. So it looks like the players are going to fight over the center. Oh yeah, Corey, you're right. John, you John, you have those reversed. Yeah, David, I love that meme. Let me die. Ooh, Camel Archer gets converted. He's gonna go after the monk. He is, and he's missing. Oh, you can't let the Custodians close on you, not with their charge attack. Otherwise, their upgrade's not great. No attack, 1 armor. But the camels are trapped. Looks like Wide has... Okay, this is the moment. Can you imagine being this dumbass and being like, you know, this is your moment to shine. You're going to go around the palm trees to the south. You're going to block the path of the Camel Archer. And then when they run by you, you're going to swipe at them with that ridiculous 28 attack. And then he's like, you know, oh, look, a pretty wall segment. I'm just going to go attack that. Okay, so don't fret. Game over. This is where the first recording ends. And I'm hoping against all hope that this game lasts. And here we are, I think a few seconds later. This guy's still attacking the wall. Looks like a third town center. Didn't Henry VIII have some questionable methods of courting women? Oh, I don't think his questionable methods were about courting women. I think they were about staying married to those women. So 2 trade workshops under Berber control, 2 of them under Burgundian control. A 30C for Valese as well, but he's going to have to fight a wolf over this ground. Joe Mama, you're not a dumbass. What are you talking about? Huh? The wolf gets a kill. Was it on the high ground? Amongst these shrubs? It was less staying married and more divorcing them. I think after the first wife or second wife, he probably just didn't give... I mean, I don't know a lot about Henry VIII, but it seems like the later ones were kind of... Weren't they all killed under, like, trumped up charges? Like, you're treasonous, you're this, you're that. Any excuse he had. Definitely a fascinating character, Robert... I was going to say Robert Baratheon. No, not Robert Baratheon. Real life Robert Baratheon. And like I said, lots and lots of choke points, which is going to be good for the Camel Archer here, unless he keeps getting converted or unless he keeps getting surrounded. Why do they have to fight behind the monument? Give us a nice fight in an open clearing. Yeah, error 404, not producing male heir. Stefano, I have no idea what is going on. These are the recordings from the tournament Discord. I'm going to post a message afterwards that maybe they should watch some of these games before they post the recordings, or maybe I should watch it more realistically. Why I shouldn't be blaming other people for my oversights. I should probably be watching these recordings, but I don't want to spoil the games for myself. It would kind of suck if I watch the games ahead of time to see that they end and then I see who wins. Oh yeah, good luck getting this building permit with all of these Custodians up top. Why are the Custodians running away from this camel force? They can shred through this in a matter of seconds. They have +2 armor. The Camel Archer attacks right now on a 9. A 9! And you've got 4 armor, so 5 damage. And you've got 115 HP. And there's only 8 of them. So it takes all 8 of them 3 shots to kill 1 Custodier. But in any event, it is what it is. Blue has given up that high ground. Looks like a very defensive at-home castle for Valese. who now controls 3 of the 4 workshops. The prenuptial agreement. Can you imagine going back in time like 600 years or whatever it was for Henry VIII and being like, you have to sign a prenup, and he's like, oh, I have to sign a prenup? Guards, remove this idiot's head. And that's how your story ends. Always blame other people. That was a great tie-in. They should be watching my casting. Oh, I'm not that popular yet. Dum dum dum. Looks like our Burgundian took the 3 relics in the center, the only relics on the map. And remember, again, Burgundian relics generate food. He's got control of 3 trade workshops that are giving him non-stop food. And he's got 34 to 29 villagers on food. So our Burgundian's food count is absolutely ridiculous. It's just going to keep growing and exploding. That being said, he's going to need a lot of food if he keeps wasting his units like this. I mean, this is a 2 or 3 Cousteliers that just got thrown into the garbage for nothing. And now he's adding elite skirmishers. Okay, so he's slowing down the pace of the game. Somehow Red saw that this was open behind the monument. Not too sure how, but now the monument is under Berber control. Oh, you went in without an exit plan, Mr. Red, which means you are running through a gauntlet. I wish we could see what the hell is going on here. So the first 2 games didn't end properly. This game, 90% of the action is taking place behind a monument where you can't really see what's going on. All right. Okay. Well, SalzZ, by virtue of Winchester taking game number 1 and Suomi, my apologies, Suomi, by virtue of game number 2 and game number 3 going their way, have taken the first point. So remember, the 1v1 portion of this set is over. And now Suomi has gotten 1 point to be used for the best of 5 3v3. Elendiel, hello, hello. So let's see what's going on as we load up the 3v3 portion of the evening. Buy low. I appreciate that. All right, so let me just set everything up so that we've gotten ourselves now a nice best of 5 with Suomi taking 1 point. Are you gonna get in touch with me outside of streams? Oh, Discord is a great option. Jonas, it was getting good, but what the hell was going on with all the fights behind the monument? Mr. Tambao, how are you? Thomas. You're double fisting the social media tonight. All right, so we're on our first team game of the evening. As you can see at the top, Suomi does get 1 point for winning the best of 3 1v1s. And we find ourselves yet again on the fat hairy man in blue jeans, where Suomi has taken up residence in the northern portion of the map. Let's take a look at the teams, the players, and the Civ team bonuses, more importantly. Mayan's always one of my favorite ones, played by Valese. Walls and Gates, Palisade and Stone are 50% off. Chinese, played by Emalios number 2, went from Roman to Chinese. Farms seed with 10% more food. By the way, look at the line of sight on a Chinese freaking town center. That's ridiculous. And last but not least, the Max, playing as the Huns. So all stables work 20% faster, which is going to be an absolute fantastic bonus for the Mayans, being not only stableless, but also not getting redemption To the south, we've got the SalzZ team. The Byzantines monks heal twice as fast as normal. Played by, rather, antagonist. Classic pro in yellow in the center playing as the Saracen. So foot archers come with a +3 attack bonus against buildings, which is a pretty huge deal as we saw last night. And last but not least, Winchester as the Magyars. Cavalry archers train 25% faster. Oh no, your Thomas, your messages were coming in a-okay. Shwetang, good morning. And Thomas, those are interesting emojis of the villagers. So a fairly cool map. The question is, will the players wall themselves in? We've seen lately the strategy is a 3-part wall off where the players try to secure the rear of the base. Although we have seen amazing gameplay where one team sends ships to the back of the other team's base. And then they kind of stop villagers from expanding into this area where it has a lot of wood and gold on it. So curious to see how the players decide to take this particular map in this particular set. Stefano, isn't that insane? Isn't the Saracen team bonus just absolutely insane? They took down a stable and an archery range literally in like 12 seconds. They're tambourine heads, tambo heads. Got it, got it. I'm doing well. Even though game number 1 and 2 of this set were a little bit annoying. But we're firmly in it. Thankfully, game number 3 went well. Saracens are OP. Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't have to preach that here. Saracens are just very much overpowered. And the fact that they gave them that bonus against buildings, and the fact that they gave them Bamaristan on top of that. If you can keep your archers alive into castle, into crossbows, if you can keep them alive into arbalesters, and if you train Bamaristan monks, you don't even need arbalesters. In Castle Age, Bamaristan monks, you've basically got an army of actual immortal units. Bamaristan is ridiculous. I think it heals like at a rate of 75 HP per minute. Even a berserker heals at 40 HP per minute. 75 HP every single unit within a 5-tile radius, up, down, left, right, is an insanely powerful healing mechanism. Again, especially if you go heavy on the crossbows. I don't know, the score is updated because the way this tournament works is the first 3 games are a best of 3, 1 versus 1, and whoever wins that gets 1 point for the best of 5. It's a bit of a confusing tournament format, but it is what it is. Joe Mama, it is very difficult, believe me. I feel like I'm doing a decent job. I mean, I'm patting myself on the back a little bit, but there are games, there are sets and evenings where I just like, I can't focus. And somebody just says the word pizza in the chat and I just go bonkers. Obsidian Arrow was like insane. Stefano, exactly. It's always somehow a combination of scouts, scouts and archers, which transforms into some kind of knights and crossbow play. You're coming in blind. It's all good. Like I said, it's a bit of an odder, more odd, I don't think odder is a word, more odd tournament setting. Caravanserai for the Saracens the next patch. Can you imagine? I mean, it wouldn't be totally out of left field, but oh, can you imagine their foot archers get a boost as well? Oh my god, they're not everyone's just saying pizza, pizza, pizza. Sorry, bear with me one sec. Green is pinging over here. He sees a bunch of units streaming towards him. Or rather, never mind. He sees 1 unit streaming towards him. Yeah, Otter. My co-caster from the Fastest Chaos. You told her you're going to Pizza and she said, what does that place sell? What was your answer? Out of curiosity. Ooh, Thomas. Are you able to share where you went on vacation? That 3 weeks vacation sounds awesome. The quarters were a 4v4. The winners split into a 2v2 and the winners faced off in a 1v1. Oh my goodness. I mean, that just sounds incredibly complicated. Rounds were all 4 versus 4. Ooh. You just laughed at her. All right, fair enough. My name is Isaac. Ooh, Jonas. Jonas, you should be a detective. That is a good cat. Good eye there. She's your expediter friends. Okay, well, there you go. And like I said, the players walling themselves off. An interesting choice here by our Magyar to go houses as opposed to majority like walls, and also kind of jutting out. Wants to protect his Tesla-shaped patch of gold. The weather was so nice, came home to New Zealand and immediately got the sniffles. Oh shit. Hopefully that didn't last long. I actually saw a very interesting tweet recently about New Zealand, how what we see as New Zealand is actually the remainder of a much bigger, larger island that's now underneath the water. And it was like a massive, massive island, like almost like a third of the size of Australia. I don't know how real it is. Half of the shit you read on Twitter isn't really real anymore. Winchester is pushing into the rear here. He's brought some Saracen friends along, but our Hun is here. What are the upgrades? Let's see. Only armor upgrades for the Huns. Armor and attack upgrades for the Magyar. You're going to need to outnumber the Magyar, otherwise their 15% discount will just absolutely kick your butt. Atlantis. No, that's in Las Vegas. That's where you go to throw your money underwater. Yeah, it's really cool. She doesn't have the vampires. Oh man. So archers in yellow, scouts in purple, archers in green, scouts in teal. Look like those who have been chosen to boom are the Mayans, whose resources last 15% longer, and the Byzantines, who correct me if I'm wrong, have no real direct eco bonuses except the cheaper uptime to Imperial. And it looks like our Byzantine, ooh, maybe he wants to go quick Imperial. We'll see. That's funny, Joe Mama. No, I think he means like dumping his money. Yeah, Magyar's got the melee upgrades, melee attack upgrades for free, which is a pretty bonkers thing in Imperial because Blast Furnace takes 1 minute and 40 seconds. And the fact that you get that immediately, that +2 attack, is ridiculous. That being said, I do like that it forces you kind of to decide whether you want to go melee or ranged, where you want to invest your resources in a little bit. Because of the Magyars, you think immediately your brain goes to cav archers, maybe. Their melee cavalry is insanely powerful as well. They get fully upgraded paladins. The Magyar Hussar is one of the most slept on Castle Age units in the world. I don't think people realize with Magyar Hussars that you're actually getting a Hussar in Castle Age. You know how like the Armenians get champions and halberdiers in Castle Age? The Magyars get a actual Hussar that attacks on a 9 in Castle Age for 80 food. Ooh, there's a bunch of helicopters flying over my head. Interesting. Yeah, Magyar cav archers are bonkers. Here we go. We've got a bit of a Mayan naval. Maybe they, Byzantine and Mayan were trying to forget booming. I think they are just trying to fight over the naval control here. One fire ship stands alone, dies alone, as they continue trying to push into here. Yeah, the Magyar Hussars are ridiculous. Their attack bonus against siege is better than a Mangudai. Like I said, it's one of the most slept on units. Not that it's easy to get in the Castle Age. You gotta first get the stone for a castle, then you have to get the resources for the upgrade to make them cost only food. But if you can do that in Castle Age, man, you are sitting on a unit that attacks on a 9 with iron casting 11. And by the way, you don't have to pay for iron casting, so it automatically comes out of the womb attacking on an 11. Corvinian army, yes, thank you. And here we go, Saracen foot archers. Oh, kill the gate, kill the gate. That's 30 stone that you're gonna cause them to lose. Oh, he's focusing on the villagers. Oh, the tower, is it gonna go up? 95, 96, 7, 8, 9. It just barely goes up. Oh, yikes. Yeah, it's a long process, but you know what? Some of the games I've seen and casted, they're like 40-something minute games in Castle Age. And a unit that's almost as powerful as a knight for 80 food is pretty ridiculous. You think I should be more popular than I am? Well, that would be the exact opposite of high school now, wouldn't it be? But I'm ching. Thomas, the attack bonus that they have is against anything that has standard building armor. So a tower does have that armor, if I'm not mistaken. It could be one of those like very nuanced small things where it doesn't apply, but it seems like based on what we're seeing on the capture age that it does have the building. But this game has very different building definitions. There's standard building, there's regular building. It's a weird game where they had to create certain armor classes to deal with certain bonuses and stuff like that. And helicopters means that live streamer gets swatted only in the US, not here in Canada. In Canada, generally, when I hear a helicopter over my head, it means somebody's being taken to the hospital. Okay, so Suomi has pushed to the other side of the map with an absolute crazy mass of crossbows. Army counts, they're ahead 30 army count, but they are down 30 villagers, so total populations are the same. Even without the Saracen bonus, this is just a lot of archer units. Ships had camel armor or something a while ago. Yeah, I would imagine there's a lot of weird things like that. That the camel, any kind of attack bonuses would or would not apply. And then speaking of, we've got the Byzantines with their cataphract fancy schmancy anti how do I put this, anti cavalry bonus damage armor. Archers on the high ground might want to concentrate all your fire on one building instead of on 3 different ones. How's the water, by the way? It looks like the Mayan... Oop, my apologies. Has secured the water. Looks like our Byzantine... I'm going to say secured the water just because the Mayan isn't here, but he doesn't have any ships left. And our Byzantine is heading up to Imperial. Of course he is. It's the Byzantines. They pay 2/3. He might want to start joining in with some army, though. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just looking at the looking at my nanny cam. I thought I heard my little idle villager crying, but no, he's fast asleep. Big old archer war developing here. Looks like a few of those Hunnic knights are trying to bust their way in through the north as well, but that's only 4 of them. Byzantine 55 seconds away. Let's see what he is going to do with his advantage. I don't see a single castle. Double archery, quadruple archery range. Hello. +2/+1. He's got a bunch of crossbows. So, gee, I wonder what he's doing. He's even keeping his crossbows nice and safe at home right now. Letting purple take the brunt of this. Jonas. You forgot the igloos and everything else. Richard, I think I saw a tiny sliver of a gap those crossbowmen could have walked through by the yellow stable. Ooh, that stable must be long gone. I don't see it. Bracer chemistry for these crossbows, but they're fighting from the low ground. Purple stable. You mean here? Could be. I don't know if this house touches the trees or if the stable does. It's the old optical illusion of Age of Empires. And here we go. Our Ballester is on the way. Army counts are fairly similar. Villager counts are fairly similar. Total populations are exactly the same at 356. No Arbalester yet, says Stefano, as the Arbalesters show up. And let's see how much extra damage they can put in. They are attack and range-wise fully upgraded. But here comes a relief column of Mayans. Remember, as good as your Arbalesters are, the Mayans are better because they are cheaper. A lot cheaper. 20%. Actually, my apologies. Valesi's and Imperial, they are 30% cheaper right now. He is retreating, leading his enemies straight to the villagers that are constructing a mining camp, rather. He is going to sacrifice these villagers on the altar of military progress because he needs 25 seconds until he gets Arbalesters himself. How many of these crossbows are even going to survive? 29 started the journey. $20 of them make it to Arbalesters. Okay, not a bad ratio. Not a bad ratio at all. And now the Hun comes in for the assist. Villagers, of course, are all dead. Our Saracen also getting Arbalester. You know what would help here for the Saracens? One single monk with Bamaristan. Just one single monk would heal all of these friendly units within a 5-tile radius. And remember, 75 HP per minute when their HP is 35 and 40. So half a minute and your unit is perfectly healthy again. Another tower going up very, very quickly. But it's going to cost. Blue is just losing a lot of villagers right now. That being said, he's only down to 87. The lower stable, not the upper one. I'll try to take a look in a bit. I wonder what the units would look like if there was a 5th age to advance in the game. They would probably all just be driving Cobra cars. I don't know if it's GG time for Suomi because they're still ahead 20 military. Economically, they're down, and here comes a Byzantine castle. So, you know what? Maybe GG soon for them. Our mine is training 25 arbalesters at a time. How many archery ranges? 5 only. Ugh. Watching the tower melt was delicious. Green is pinging over here as well, seeing these Saracen foot archers. To be fair, not the scariest of castles. Not at all the scariest of castles. Saracen attempting to delay more fishing. They busted in through the base, and they are doing amazing right now. SalzZ. Basically, Suomi is down villagers, and the deficit is just growing bigger and bigger and bigger. I love that Red has plopped down infrastructure here, a siege workshop. If he had population space, he would be trading a bombard cannon, but antagonist is already at 200. Although, as more and more of these archers die, we'll see. Our Hun has cavaliers, but our Magyar is heading to cavaliers as well. Chinese arbalesters are still missing chemistry, 1 minute away. Just an absolute insane situation where archers are just everywhere right now. Oh no, our Magyar with their cheaper light cav is in the rear. Mayan fishing industry is basically dead. Army counts are now identical. Suomi's lead has disappeared. And they're down over 100 villagers. So yeah, now it's starting to look a lot more like a GG. Can he train the bombard cannon yet? Why can't I click on this? Yeah, he not only trained it, it has already popped out. Where the hell is it? Oh, you sneaky bastard. Look at him. How am I supposed to see that? Archers are just tearing through any unit they can find. There's just way too much death ball here. But you know what? This is a pretty impressive death ball as well. 52 Chinese arbalesters. Paladins should go for the eco. Soon there won't be any eco left. The nose. Stefano, my friend, used to say that when we would go to the casino and he would say, I want to play Lucky Ladies Blackjack or some nonsense. And then he'd win and he goes, the nose. Absolute bloodbath towards the end there. And SalzZ get their first point of the evening. 286 arbalesters to 257. To be fair, the majority of the game, they were crossbows. Majority of the game, these were knights. But just the numbers, with the 48 light cav, a little bit better. Nobody sent money. Nobody traded. Magyar got more food. Byzantine more wood and gold. Yeah, so all 4 resources were taken here by the SalzZ team, who looked like they had a much larger economy. Militarily, no conversions at all in a 43-minute game. 14 raisings, of course, the Byzantine. You always have to factor in and calculate into your overall strategy that the Byzantine's going to probably hit Imperial Age first. Do they have the population space for the Byzantine unique unit? The Cataphract. I know the name, just can't spell it. No, our Byzantine, actually, yeah, the Byzantine did have room. He ended the game at 186 population. actually training 14 units, so that's exactly 200. So he did not have the room. Not that he really needed a cataphract. There was no infantry nearby, and the heavy cavalry was being provided here by the Magyar, who was, oh my god, 12 seconds away from being in Paladin. And Richard, is this stable here where it looks like there's an alley between the house? It certainly does look like there's an alley between them, and no palisade wall between them. This might be on an elevation though. So Jonas, they did not swing it, right? It didn't look like anybody sent anybody any money. And Armayan got 2 relics, looks like towards the end of the game, and got a little bit of extra gold. Okay, so number one, I'm mostly glad, if I had to write it in my journal tonight, what I'm thankful for, that this game actually went all the way to the end. And with that, let's look at the next game in the best of 5 set. And then I'm going to just mute my mic real quick as I have a sip of water, which is not something anybody needs to hear. Bear with me. We find ourselves back in Brazil in a gorgeous, gorgeous map. I'll be back in just 1 second. All right. Apologies for that. So we're on Lençóis Maranhenses, a park, I believe, in Brazil. Bio division into 3 spots. We've got water and lush vegetation to the south, full of delicious various fish and dolphins that you want to eat. Poor dolphins. Lots of water, which, by the way, includes high ground for water. This is the first map I've ever seen in Age of Empires. Thomas, you put the quotations on the wrong word there, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. First map I've ever seen with high ground water was this map about a month ago when we first saw this. Then you've got a bit of an arid, dry area on the left and right banks of the river. And by the way, if you're not sure what the hell these are actual town centers. Not too sure what these 2 huts are, but this main area is where villagers, you can see, are being trained from. And then in the north, you got a lot of boars. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot of boars. This is like a rage forest full of boars that is just in one little location on the map. So, always a fun map to see, because lately we've seen the meta is everyone sends 2 town centers to the north and 1 town center either in the center or the south. So Valese going south, Classic Pro going center. So let's take a look at the actual civilizations and see what the hell are we working with in this game. The Italians, Condottieri, are now available to every single member of that team. We'll see how good that is. And that's, by the way, played by Valese. Oh god, that is going to be real good, because his partner is the Max playing as the Goths. Oh my god. I thought this matchup was banned in tournaments. Italian Goths, just because the Goths team bonuses, barracks work 20% faster, and in Imperial Age, you can start spamming Condottieri like nobody's business as the Goths. And remember, they're 35% discounted for the Goths in the Imperial. And then you got the Mongols with one of the coolest early bonuses, where scout line units have extra line of sight, so it does help them explore the map a little bit better. But this is a ridiculous combo. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at SalzZ, Classic Pro, playing as the Franks. Knights come with extra line of sight. Winchester playing also as the Mongols, so the same line of sight on the scout line units that Emalius has. And Wide playing as the Portuguese. Techs, except for going up, are research 25% faster than normal. Cat, nice to see you. Nice to have you join. TC only has 500 HP. Yeah. Well, welcome to this wonky map. I mean, if you combine it with the 2 huts, it's 1,500, but in reality, all you need to destroy is the center hut, and then you can't train villagers out of it anymore. So in practice, yeah, it does only have 500 HP. A few players were complaining about that town center, by the way, on the official Discord. Just for the info, don't want to be an asshole. I think the right pronunciation is like Lensois Maranhenses. Oh, the GN is one of those. Maranhenses. Ah, okay, fair enough. Portuguese not my strong suit. I appreciate that, Stefano. How does Red have 2 town centers? Because he has the one he started with and the one that he built. Oh, that's another fun thing about these maps is that you can build town centers in Dark Age. And it's not Nomad. Blue is pinging over here. Why is he pinging over here? Logan, Pizza Paladin. How are you tonight? I like the wonkiness. Shakes up the same boring meta. It takes too much skill to adapt to new things. Then repeat the same Arabia build over and over again. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I like these maps as well. I don't know that necessarily by this stage of the tournament we've figured out all the optimal metas. I wonder if we have. But for now, like I said, it seems to be the meta where you send like 2 town centers. So the same problem you're describing as being on Arabia, which is everyone just does the same thing over and over again, seems to be happening on this map as well. Oh my goodness. Although to be fair, we'll see like in the future games. I have a very small sample size for my opinions. Uh-oh. Literally poking the horse's ass. Ooh, he survives. He survives. With only 5 HP. Should be 4. Why is it 5? Interesting. Why does everyone have 200 stone after building a town center? I guess they started with 300 stone then. Like I said, these are all super random maps. Some resource patches have a lot more resources, a lot less resources. SS71 from Oshawa. How goes? Winchester and MBL are wild. Interestingly, MBL, I was watching one of his live streams before in the afternoon. I had I had like 20-30 minutes free this afternoon, so I logged into Twitch to see who was live streaming, and MBL was actually coaching, and it was interesting to watch him coach. I'd never heard him like actually coach, which was pretty cool. Which civilizations have the hut town centers and do the same stay the same as they go up? All civilizations have them, and they are fixed. They do not change. It's not like the other town center that, you know, goes from a rundown shackle to a thatched roof to a stone building, etc. These will never change. And now the Goth is attacking this one with their ever increasing attack bonus against buildings. Why did he stop? Why did he stop? They need to build a wall here, as we saw verse all along this northern part of the mangrove forest. Ooh, Mongol castle being dropped right in the Goth's face. And the Goth is going to contest this? What is this? Villagers look like they wanted to fight, and now they're backing off. Where are his infantry units? Okay, keep attacking the town center, maybe. Narration is pure comedy. I'm glad you enjoy. Fun to observe abnormalities, but I found that people don't care for you when you do that in real life. Yeah, I mean, unless you can turn that into a career like Larry David or any of the 1990s comedians, then you can make like, then you can be worth $600 billion pointing out the abnormalities in life. John Yang, hello. We are still here. Do the huts shoot? Yeah, I don't think the huts can be garrisoned. I don't think they can be garrisoned. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I do not think you can put villagers inside there. Mangudai are out. David, what kind of cookies? Better not be any of that oatmeal shit. Joe Mama gifting 5 memberships. Holy moly. Thank you so much, Joe Mama. You're gonna have to tell us your real name at some point, unless it actually is Joe and your last name is actually Mama. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And welcome to all the pizza nights. Brian, Zach, Victor, Angel. Ooh, and unfortunately there's one person whose name is in Mandarin or Cantonese. I can't read that, but in any event, welcome. Chips Ahoy triple chocolate chunks and FU oatmeal cookies are amazing. Oh my goodness. Yo Mama, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Oatmeal chocolate chip is delicious. Okay, I'm getting outvoted here, and I'm getting, more importantly, downvoted on my opinion about oatmeal cookies. Your account got hacked and you left it as a tribute. I appreciate that. Well, thank you to your hacker. One Mongol going Step Lancers, one Mongol going Mangudai. This is definitely not something we see every day. Ooh, fancy maneuvers out of Himalayas. One of my favorite things when I was younger, and by younger I mean like a few years ago, was getting we have something called Decadent chocolate chip cookies here by a brand called PC Financial. It's like a bank that owns, sorry, it's a grocery store that owns a bank that, it's a very Canadian. It's basically like one of these mega corporations that does a little bit of everything. You can get a credit card from there and all that shit. But they have this chocolate chip cookie called the Decadent. And man, oh man, it's got these big, fat chocolate chips in it. And I would just eat like an entire sleeve with every sitting. Ooh, Cat, I hope we're here still in another hour. And I hope you can join us. But I'm not too sure. Some of these games have been pretty damn wonky. Logan, you're on my team when it comes to the oatmeal cookies. Loblaws, yeah, exactly. Roblaws. Enlighten you about Canadian decadence? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna tell the guy from Denmark about our decadence. Logan, did you see the funny thing how Loblaws, this chain of grocery stores now, is handing out free stickers with like every purchase of 30 bucks or more, which today is like a bag of milk? And people are going on Twitter saying, screw your free stickers, we want you to lower your prices. Now David and Logan have beef over oatmeal cookies as two Mongol castles are going up right in each other's faces. Green, green, green. He's focusing on the Mangudai. Should be focusing on the villagers. Although, to be fair, that castle was going to go up anyway. So let's see what's going on around the map as I have fallen completely off track. The second David mentioned cookies. The water has been secured here for Team Suomi, protected by a couple of very guarding demo ships with one Gothic fire galley to the north as well. So SalzZ has given up complete control of the water. On their side of the map, they look nice and safe, secure. Suomi's side of the map, the exact same thing. So the action right now to the north, where our Italian is sending a fleet up the river, parked itself just outside the attack radius of the castle. Joe Mama from YouTube is sus, says the person whose name is Joe Mama from YouTube. Yeah, Jonas, that's the one thing we have in Canada that completely confuses the rest of the world. That we can buy milk in bags. They even raised their free gift spend from 250 to 300. Yeah, exactly. They've been really like taking a pounding in the media lately over their Marvel sticker nonsense. Every time I go there, one of my favorite things to do in the morning when I have no other thing to do with my baby is at like 7:15, we just go to Loblaws or Sobeys or any of these grocery stores, and we just kind of walk around, keeps him occupied, he meets people, doesn't scream his head off in the house. And we're always running into these Marvel sticker collections. It's so weird. You can't in the West? Bagged milk is only an East thing? Really? You don't have it in British Columbia? Max is forever feudal. I wonder why. It's got to be because he's been under attack non-stop. The last thing you want right now is a Goth and Imperial with Condottieri at 30% off. Perfusion and Anarchy making their barracks work 3 times as fast. Okay, we got an Italian castle to the south, though. So our Italian with the discounted up costs is in Imperial. Everyone else is in castle. Our Goth is, as Stefano rightly pointed out, frozen in time in feudal age. Oh, Sergey, that's so cute. I used to drink Nesquik also, the liquid. You didn't see bagged in Manitoba either? It's mainly Ontario? Well, there you go. All right, Kat, hopefully we'll still be here in an hour. If not, then I'll definitely catch you in the next one. The sloppy, sticky water terrain in the middle, this? With these little bamboo stalks and dolphins? Oh my god, look at this absolute... This castle attacking this castle attacking this town center. The only thing missing is a villager in here to attack the purple castle. Oh no, Frankish knights have busted in to the rear of the Italian base. Our Goth is still in feudal. How does one store milk bags? They... Hey, Jonas, do you want to hear the funny thing? The milk bag comes in an even bigger bag, where you can put 3 milk bags in one bag, and then you put that bag lying down on in your refrigerator, and then when you want milk, there's a special little device, a little carton that you put the milk bag in, and then you can pour it out. Okay, Arbalesters, fresh off the heat of one whole kill, are gonna have to head to the front lines. Okay, it looks like our Frank's under attack. Our Italian is throwing away archers. Do they have pavis? They do not have pavis. Lately, the groceries from Walmart have been shit. I'm not gonna lie. I love Walmart. Their groceries are a lot cheaper than usual. We've got an organ gun Mangudai combo. What the hell are you supposed to do against this? Oh, cat. Vietnamese monks select 2. Okay, writing it down. So for those of you wondering what's going on, you see Kramer on your screen. Cat just redeemed some points on Twitch to make me say another phrase at the end of the live. So Cat, now you have to come back. And I hope we'll still be here in an hour. If not, check out the end. All right, Mangudai, you're streaming forward. Our Goth is still in feudal. What is the point of feudal? He must have been knocked back there. Nobody wants to deal with an Imperial Age Goth. You never tried the liquid Nesquik? Nesquik liquid is so good. I used to drink it straight from the bottle. Cat, you'll check at the end? Nice. Hopefully you picked an easy one. Yeah, right. Organ guns are trying to attack into these galleys. Mangudai have run to the north. They're attacking a house. Okay, I mean, kick a Goth when he's down, why don't you? Looks like the Frank is trying to sally into this band of Italian arbalesters. He is 2 minutes away from Imperial. Still no extra armor on these arbalesters. Okay, Frankish stable does collapse. Does our Frank have any more stables? Yeah. Oh man, does he? He's building 5 at a time right now. But our Italian, remember, their gunpowder units are 20% cheaper gold cost. The Goth is slinging. It's either that he was knocked down on his ass. We'll see at the end of the game. He's not slinging anymore. Oh, now the Mangudai are trapped. No, they're not. No, they're not. Emalius tries to pretend he's the Viper. It does not go well. The Goth is either slinging or he was just attacked way too hard earlier on. And now just can't seem to get his shit together because there's always Frankish knights running around his position. But we'll see at the end of the game whether or not he was slinging. Okay, Castle versus Arbalesters. I think we know who wins that battle. Another Frankish knight down. So right now our Italian is spreading eastward. 2 castles, a whole bunch of heavy hitters. Life hack, I think you're allowed to sling in this tournament. We've seen it a few times so far. But in comes a unit with an attack bonus against gunpowder. 1 BBC falls immediately. Doesn't cost him a single Mangudai. Beautiful snipe there out of Winchester. Holy moly. That was epic gameplay out of him. You cannot sling a teammate who is higher age than you. Oh. Well, you know what? We're going to find out. I'm not 100% sure. If you're sure, then I'll take your word for it, but we'll see at the end of the game what the hell happened to the Goth as more Frankish now Cavaliers are streaming into here. Our Frank, by the way, is building quite an army. Army counts are not that dissimilar. SalzZ is ahead only about 10 army count. Mangudai are veering to the right. They're going to try to snipe more bombard cannons. Not a single Mangudai has died yet. Oh, I opened my big mouth. 2 have fallen. Okay. I mean, I would have loved to see the end of this battle. Is it slinging if I'm watching on YouTube and Twitch at the same time? Absolutely, and that kind of slinging is not only allowed, but welcomed. Arbalester to Mangudai, Cavalier. This is so disappointing. I am so disappointed. Look at this. 27 Frankish Cavaliers, finally. The Franks have to wait. The poor Franks have to wait until Imperial for their 20% extra HP to give them an edge over everyone else. Their knights go from 100 to 120, which is meh. The same thing everyone with bloodlines gets. Their scouts are actually weaker because they don't get bloodlines, so their HP goes, instead of 45 to 65, goes 45 to 54, which is crap. They really have to wait till Cavalier, where instead of 140, they get 144. And then they finally get them out, and we're not seeing anything. Looks like he killed a few arbalesters, some villagers. Okay, so let's see if there was slinging. Yeah, look at that. Ted, you are absolutely right. By the way, I think I enabled the slinging notifications on the left side of the screen, if I'm not mistaken. You want to see what happened to the Max? I don't think anything happened to the max now that we see that he was slinging his teammates 15,000 resources. I mean, he paid a huge tax, like a third of that he lost. Our Italian with the wood and gold. There's your Arbalester play, food and stone, going to SalzZ. We all know it was going to be end of the battle. Yeah, of course, but it's still nice to see. Still nice to see units get absolutely slaughtered. Let's see what, you know what we'll do, life hack? We had a request on Twitch to see what the hell happened to the Goths. Let's see what they were looking like. Okay, so they were pretty much okay at the 10-minute mark of the game. Let's go in like 6 or 7 minute increments. 43, they're still okay now. 50 villagers, now they're actually still in a decent spot. 54, 58. Yeah, so he was just slinging the whole time. He was just growing his villager population. And it actually looks like the Mongol player who lost the most villagers. Yeah, you know what it was? Look at his total eco population. 77 on food and on land. On food, on water, and on land. My apologies. So he was just slinging right from the very beginning of the game, which is weird because I thought he would be a bigger threat in Imperial Age with 35% discounted condottieri, but it just goes to show you how little I actually know. SalzZ gets another point, and they are 1 point away from taking the set. Let's take a look at game number 3. Game number 4, rather. I guess technically game number 6. Oh, goodness. I am all over the place. My apologies. So that was Lensois. Oh, we've got a map that we've never seen before. Or at least I've never seen before. We are on Limpopo. 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 Not too sure where this desert is. Somebody in the chat knows, definitely let me know. And we're starting on a bit of an occult shape here. It looks like not regicide. Basic villager starts. Wallpaper looks like Lord of the Rings. Nice. And let's see what the hell's going on in this map, because we're all starting in a bit of a walled off enclosure arena style. A tiny bit of gold inside, only 4 patches of gold and 3 patches of stone. Is it the usual 800, 350? Yes, it is. Center of the map looks like it has a lot of stone. Not that much else. Oh, a couple of dirty shorefish. Okay, a lot of baobab trees. Okay, so this is a map designed for the Armenians and the Georgians. Who the hell else is gonna go hunting here amongst these trees? How do you even make sense of this? Of all these alleys and everything. So the north and the south, basically, if you're a Georgian Armenian, you get a free pass to a lot of good food. Ooh, a shipwreck to the northern corner. Some zebras and a relic. Looks like 3 relics along the edge here. And then 3 relics here to the bottom. Although, my apologies, 4 relics. 5 relics. Oh, I guess there's 10 relics on the map. Well, there you go. Let's take a look at the resources. Not a lot of gold, not a lot of stone, not a lot of anything except for wood. So not too sure what to make of this map. I don't know what the hell the point of all of this stuff is. Okay, lumberjacks. I guess it's for the I lost sight of the forest for the trees, but I'm ching. Are those fortified walls? They are indeed fortified walls. So it's like arena on steroids. And let's take a look at the civs we've got in front of us tonight on technically game number 6. Ooh, Shotang, no relic civs? All right. The Bengalis trade units yield 10% food. in addition to your gold. Persians, one of my favorite. Nightline units now come with a +2 attack bonus against archers. What are we? The Vikings docks are a little bit cheaper. I think 10 or 15%. So, oh, and look at that. We've got Reuben stock. Reuben stock in blue, Valese in green, and the Max in teal. I'm getting real unprofessional tonight. Antagonist playing as the Bohemians. Markets work 80% faster, so that's good. A couple of good trading civ bonuses. Classic Pro in yellow playing as the Khmer, the Khmer, +1 range on their Scorpions for all team members. Pardon me. And last but not least, Winchester in purple as the Vietnamese. So Imperial skirmishers are now available for everyone. Master Jedi, nice to see you. Messy game with Reuben Stock and Vinch. Yeah, I was gonna. Isn't Reuben Stock the one who played the longest game in the history of Age of Empires, like 80 something hours before a disconnect? Anyway, a very, very well known. Cheating Persians don't get fortified walls. They do now. It was him, right? Yeah, Shwetang. No, interestingly, no relic civs, but we do have good trading civs in the Bengalis and Bohemians, and there is an interesting little path here that is safe for trade cogs, right? You can trade on the water in Age of Empires if you're not familiar. Instead of a cart, a trade cart, you can trade a trade cog, and it will market its wares across the narrow sea to whichever free city of Essos you wish to trade with. Crocodiles and relics. So far, let's take a look. And by the way, as the Vietnamese, not that it's very contested where your opponents are, but always point out they start every game knowing exactly where their opponents are located. Purple's already pinging here saying, hey, there's a lot of exposed villagers here. Winchester wants to attack Reuben Stock's Viking villagers, but unfortunately, Winchester doesn't have an army. Classic Pro has no army, and Antagonist has no army. So it's going to be a while till they are able to muster up the forces to, I don't know what the word is, jab into that part of the map. Cogs are the fastest units, faster than a demo ship. Ooh, I'm not familiar. Could be Shwetang. What is the Viking team bonus? Docks are 15. Ooh, I forget if they're 10 or 15% cheaper. I want to say 15% cheaper. So you do save what? A little over 20 wood? Basically almost a house. Buy one dock, get a house for free, essentially. Okay, players are expanding. Unlike the other map, you can't really reach your opponent's rivers unless you traverse the entire part of the map. So Teal has to actually walk. He can't build anything on his water and then sail it across. More and more docks are going up for the players. Ooh, look at this. Our Viking, having seen Purple Scout, he knows that the other player knows that he knows that he's there. And so immediately a tower going up. It's 15, right? Okay, good to know. They should be trade cogging. And then Shwetang will get to see the speed. I just hope for their sake, whatever trade they do, the trade goes into the safer lane, which is why I'm assuming I shouldn't assume, but why I'm assuming that the second little channel here to the back exists. Do the docks block the ships in? Nope. Looks like they can actually go over the center part. So forget everything I just said. This sand means nothing. Purple pinging over here also. Discovering yet another lumberjacking operation. Or has he seen it already? Yeah, he's seen it already. So he's pinging to say, I'm going over here. Cogs were worse than carts, which were worse than vills? No, trade carts move a lot faster than villagers. Trade carts move 1.5 tiles per second, and then with even faster than that with caravanserai. Okay, a couple of whacks at the fishing ship. Scout on scout violence of the center. I'm curious to see, number one, what can you do on this center? Can you build on here? And number two, whether you can or not, will the players attack through the center? Will they try to attack through the rear? No kills for this band of scouts. Have they seen the town center going up? They have not. Okay, no kills, he says, right as they get their first kill. Collection rate. I'm not sure what you mean then by cogs and trade carts and villagers. Villagers don't generate. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Here we go. Purple. Winchester. Our Vietnamese really wants to make an issue here. But he is being shooed away by the Castle Age Knight of our Persian. Ooh, I hope we get to see SalzZ this game. Oh, you mean the gold? Okay, villagers mining gold versus trade cart. How would that work? You'd be comparing the gathering rate of a villager to what? The per, like if it takes a villager, let's say 20 seconds to get 10 gold. I'm just making it up, pulling a number out of my butt. If it takes them 20 seconds to generate 10 gold, how many seconds would a trade cart need to move to generate 10 gold? Is that what you mean? Hoo-hoo, you're not getting it here. Oh, Shuatang. Dravidian's King, select 3. Okay, writing that down. Relic heists would be absolutely epic. So we are Dravidian's King, select 3. You're always going after the kings, you and Cat. I'm assuming that's because it's like the longest phrases. Joe Mama sounds like a Spirit of the Law question. Yeah, exactly. Somebody was on here yesterday asking me very like nitty gritty detailed questions. And that's exactly was my response. Like, feel free, Spirit of the Law. Shrotang, you finally have the points. Typically, people only make trade and cogs when the map starts running out of gold. No one does it in feudal. Yeah, no one does it in feudal. Castle, you sometimes do see it. It depends on the map and how easy it is and to trade. Some of these maps that we've seen in this tournament are just not easy to trade at all. Rubenstock is going for a bit of a heist, but discovered by Classic Pro. And now he's going to have to be happy with his control of only half of the enemy territory, not really the full enemy territory. He's finally building a dock, or has built a dock on his side of the world. But as we saw yesterday in the Regicide map, it is the Bohemian who's pressing in, although created a breach. The opponent walled it in, and the max is now safe. Keshiks are a fantastic unit. With Keshiks, the cool thing is they don't have to kill the unit. They just have to poke at it. It's not like, yeah. The hell killed that yellow scout? Was it these knights? Could be. Keshiks, you don't have to kill the unit. It's not like the chieftains upgrade of the Vikings, where you get gold for killing monks and villagers and trade units. Yes. 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 Longboats. One more volley. Maybe 2 more volleys. I think fishing ships are probably the most efficient of the gathering raid, right? Roaring Moose, you like the Kramer gif? Redeem some points and you'll see it yourself. You like how I plugged that there? Ouch, ouch. Hussite wagons are going to be such a pain in the ass to deal with their 7 Pierce armor. Jamal, you want a drawing? Nice. Roaring Moose, just by watching the stream, you begin accumulating points. And then if you look at the bottom of the chat, there's a little gold coin icon. If you click on that, it'll show you what you can redeem the points for. I can say phrases from the game. I can try to draw things from the game. Or you can just say hello or something. A bunch of different options. So far tonight, 2 people have redeemed their points. And so at the end of the set, I'm going to be speaking some Vietnamese and Dravidian. And apologies in advance for anyone who speaks those languages. I'm probably going to be butchering anything I say. So losing both scouts as they run at the monks. A couple of cav archers just hanging out. Winchester, are you going to actually fire on these villagers at some point? Okay. Afraid of one spearman until he guns him down. Yeah, Joe Mama, you accumulate them faster when you're a subscriber. Twitch is just chock full of these amazing little incentives, and I'm really in awe of how good Twitch is compared to YouTube when it comes to live streaming. It seems like just a much more content creator friendly user interface on the whole. Not that I would ever say anything bad about YouTube, but they need to study Twitch and replicate the good features. A site wagon comes under attack. Where are you going? Help! Help, help, help against Valese. What the hell are you doing? Where's Winchester going? To attack a blacksmith. No. Antagonist needs your help. Hussite wagons are absolutely shite against melee cavalry. YouTube's fresh to the game. Or maybe they're a little too OG. Oh my god, what an absolute just disastrous trail of broken Hussite wagons. Can't beat the emoji game. Agree. Tritang, you prefer the Twitch interface? YouTube quality is better. Interesting. I think they should both be 1080p. I mean, Winchester, in abandoning some key fights, is keeping his cav archers alive. And remember, these are Vietnamese cav archers, so with bloodlines, they come with a massive 80 HP. Even the Turks with Sipahi and Castle Age only come with 90 HP, and you have to pay for that. These come with that free of charge, because anything that comes out of that Vietnamese stable, 20% more HP automatically, and oh my god, more for Winchester. Although he's not really adding to the count very much right now, as he gets chased in by these Persian knights, who, remember, have a +2 attack bonus against archer units. And this, technically, is an archer unit. Let's see Winchester's base. I'm curious to see how many archery ranges he's got. Only 2. Okay. Our Persian is in Imperial. He's going Cavalier. I try not to get excited because the Cavalier upgrade is a fairly cheap one. 300. But the Savar is not a cheap upgrade. Choke point, choke point, choke point. Thomas, I appreciate that. Multiple platforms. Oh man, our Chimeras going elite battle elephants. Remember, their elephants move faster and they can come with tusk swords, which adds a +3 attack, I believe, to them. I believe fully upgraded, these units, once they're elite, do attack on like a 21, I want to say. How many coins to play me in a show match? You know what? That's not a bad idea. Roaring Moose. Oh, come on. Why do they keep doing this to us? Suomi evens up the series, by the way. We're going to game number 7. Or technically, I guess 5 or 4, whatever the hell. Why do they do this to us? We were seconds away from Elite Battle Elephant. We were minutes away from Savar, although I say that he doesn't have the resources. He barely has the resources for it. Oh my goodness. That is very disappointing. Longboats, how many kills? Just 1. Whew. Well, I mean, this game had potential to last a long time. For some reason, it's over at the 31-minute mark. Is it because Classic, Pro, and Antagonist are in Imperial Age? I mean, Max and Valese are in Imperial Age. Army count, Suomi is ahead. Oh, they're down 100 villagers and fishing ships. You know what I suspect it is? I suspect it might be Rubenstock's play here. He control from the very beginning of the game. He's just been controlling this rear water. Although, to be fair, SalzZ can just ignore the water. I don't know. If anyone on Twitch or YouTube has any theories as to why this game ended at 31 minutes, feel free to share it with the class. And we are moving to a 7th and deciding game. Ooh. And we find ourselves back on Pag. If you're not familiar with this super cool map, also one of those like Lançois Maranhenses that's divided into 3 parts ecologically and topographically. On the left is where all of your relics and a lot of gold and stone are. But to get to here, you need to get on a boat. There is no land way to cross. The center is a big north-south shaft with a few resources, a good amount of wood. Basically divided with 3 teams on top, 3 teams on the bottom. And then there are land bridges along the bottom side of the map and the top side of the map that connect you to a very lush forest with a lot of bears protecting that forest. So 3 areas, depending where you want to go, what you want to do. Cat Schwatang also redeemed points, by the way, for some Dravidian commands. All right, let's take a look. We've got on the front lines Valese for Team Suomi playing as the Britons. Archery ranges work 10% faster. Rubenstock this time as the Dravidians. Docks provide 5 population space. And last but not least, Max the Hindustani. Pretty useful bonus. Camels and light cavalry units. +2 attack bonus against standard buildings. To the south of the island, we've got Wide playing as the Ethiopians. One of my personal favorites. Outposts. +3 line of sight. Do not cost stone. So no excuse not to lay down about 1,000 of them. Lithuanians in yellow by Winchester. Monasteries, I believe, work 20% faster. That's him right there. And last but not least, Classic Pros, the Koreans. All Mangonel line units have their minimum range reduced from 3 to 1. Gaston, are those bears like penguins? No, they are not like penguins. These will actually chase you if you come into their hunting range, and they don't give up. They also attack on a 3, and they come with attack bonus. My apologies, they do not come with attack bonuses. I was confusing them with boars. Should Rubenstock PC drop? Didn't they nerf the Britons so that the wood discount doesn't apply to a first town center? Am I remembering things wonky? I feel like that was changed. Their 50% wood discount. that it no longer applies to the first TC. I could be wrong though. But is that why you're asking if you should town center drop? Sorry, I had to mute the mic to get a sip of water. I can't believe we've been live streaming almost 3 hours already. Time has absolutely passed when you complain about the recordings not not working properly. How come a bear and a deer so close to each other in peace? Why, this map was designed by Walt Disney. You're lucky the bears and the deer don't start singing to each other about the bare necessities. Looks like our Ethiopian forget the outpost is here with a scout, has explored, seen a little bit. The important thing to explore on this map is the edges of the center area to see how you can wall off your base, how you can attack the wall off of your opponent. Can you sneak a ship through this shallow water? What has Suomi seen? Ooh, they haven't seen very much. They've seen the berries though, so they kind of both know that this is the neutral space right now. So it's not a very big neutral space. Our Britain already with a barracks will be the first actually to hit feudal age. Will be Velese. Yeah, Master Jedi, that's generally what happens. I don't know if it was by design or again because players just develop their own metas. But it generally is the case that the frontline player is the one who it falls on to wall off. And it is a very long distance to travel. But to be fair, once you get there, oh man, look at all this wood. That's a lot of wood on a map that is 50% water. What attack bonuses do the bears have? I was mistaken. It's not the bears who have the attack bonuses. The bears actually just attack on the 3. I was thinking of the boars. Oh, you're asking about the boars. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. They have attack bonuses against cavalry and camels. I'm hoping we can find one and I can show you. It doesn't look like there are any on this map. Yeah, they actually have attack bonuses against cavalry and camels, which are pretty substantial, which is why players don't lure them with scouts anymore. Unless they're on a map like Fortress where they can heal their scout in a castle afterwards. Our Britain's on a mission of exploration right now. Might want to help his teammate take out this Korean scout, although might get taken out himself here. Sorry, Gaston, I read bears when you wrote boars. My apologies. And are there any on the map? I don't think so. So, walling off here to the right. Like I said, becomes very important to find out where the edges of your base are on the left and the right side here to make sure you can wall this off. Ethiopian kind of half-walled it in, and for some reason our Lithuanian is half-walling his side in. The battle of who gets the high ground here. Ooh, and the Hindustani scout gets that, barely gets that, with 2 HP left. And both him and the Briton together have 5 total HP. Well, classic bro just picks them off. There you go. Oh. Now Winchester's turn to chase this. Craig, hello. How are you tonight? Gaston, yeah, I think it's like +3 or +5. Don't quote me. We'll see it in some other video or some other live together, I'm sure. But it's the reason why you can't pull boars with scout units in the beginning. Otherwise, you know, why would you send a villager in Rage Forest if you could send a scout? Is because, yeah, the scout dies like very fast. Craig, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, now we got green galleys all the way to the south bothering these Korean lumberjacks. Looks like they managed to lame a dock. Did they get a kill? No. Okay, so the villager building the dock just ran away. Never mind, not multi. I was gonna say multi-level line of defense, but no, this is all just one forward line of defense here. You're listening and working at the same time. Okay, hopefully we're not interrupting too much. What's westward? Westward is a magical land of relics, gold, and stone. Lots and lots of relics, lots of stone and gold. But unlike the forests, which you can reach with a land bridge, here you have to actually risk it on the open seas, where there be pirates and krakens and galleys and fire ships and, oh, even a single Dravidian transport. Did he drop off any unit here? I don't think that scout. I think that scout just ran there. Oh, he's some Hindustani units are about to board. And let's go. Where's he? Is he just gonna drop him off here? Ooh, how much on the mainland? I can't count that because I can't zoom out enough to count the whole thing. But there's not a lot of stone on the mainland. Decent gold, decent wood, but not a lot. Definitely not enough to save you the trouble of ignoring the left island. All right, that's good to hear, Craig. In that case, yeah. Glad to have you on board. Ooh, green is now joined by 5. We've got 6. And remember, these, because of the Hindustani team bonus, do come with a +2 attack bonus against buildings. So they're very much like Saracen foot archers. Now, before this attack, the Max maybe may have wanted to get bloodlines, which is still 30 seconds away. That definitely would have helped. Not that he lost any scouts there, but now their HP. Actually, you know what? It probably wouldn't have helped anyway, since he didn't lose any scouts. Green's gonna lose a scout though. Okay. Rubenstock waited around for a while. And then did bite the dust. But now it looks like a few Lithuanian. How the hell did the Lithuanian get up here? Ooh, there's a transport ship. Funny that nobody's transporting any villagers to either left or right islands. For now, we are pure military right now. Okay, castle is very, very close for yellow. Our Lithuanian also no bloodlines for some reason. Realizes it now, gets the upgrade going, but still 40 seconds away. How the hell did the Max get that kill? I thought he was gonna die. Okay. There you go. War galleys in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Aw. What a lonely, lonely Ethiopian scout. Looks like everyone but our front line combatants are now in the castle age. And what, oh, what are they going to do? I don't see anyone trying to make it over to the forest island. Oh, here we go. I mean, there's a dock here, which tells me there should be a villager somewhere. Oh my God, you can barely see her. Look at this. No, you got to build a monastery. Where are you going? Build a monastery. Where are you going? I think we saw that you can build a monastery on that side, on that island. Teal is now pinging over here. The Max letting his teammates know exactly where enemy naval activity is happening. Although no real enemy naval activity here. I guess here he was pinging for the transport. And now Purple Classic Pro is going to try to catch any villagers trying to cross the land bridge. There are so many Dravidian docks and fishing ships all the way across here. And yet we still don't see any trade from the players. Everyone's in Castle Age now. No one's banking any resources, which tells me we are seeing an arms buildup right now. Before researching armor and weapons upgrades, what were the units wearing and wielding? A tunic and a branch. A stick. Is this open? Oh, come on. All right. That's one way to breach your enemy's defenses. I guess you don't really need that transport ship anymore for those camels who are where? Where are those camels? I don't know why it took me here to the northern part of the map. Britain, remember Castle Age, extra range 4 free. Ooh, David, nice. You're on a roll. Are you doing random civs? Are you picking which civ you want? Okay. Classic Pro not paying attention. Loses his transport. 2 very weak galleys up top. 1 fire ship should be enough to kill all that. Where are these crossbows, by the way? And why are they running away? You have more range than your opponent, although to be fair, you are facing Ethiopian crossbows, which are the fastest firing in the frickin' game. So you do need to have some fantastic micro against them if you want to take them out. Because again, you do have the extra range. 8 range compared to, okay, 6 actually. So no bodkin for our Ethiopian just yet. There it is, 30 seconds away. I mean, why are you attacking here? You know this is open. You always play Burgundians. How often do you call a revolution? And here we go. Here we go. Hindustani villagers making their way across the land bridge. Our Korean is trying to stop them. Dum 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 dum. Camel. Camel. +5 against ship. Takes no prisoners. And the Max has absolutely no wood. He is now... Okay, a second ago he had the wood. Now he doesn't have the wood. Now the bear is going to get activated. But with 4 villagers here, pretty much full health, except for a few little scrapes and bruises from that galley. Oh, you like the relic bonus? Nice. It's a good bonus. Burgundians were basically like very food heavy. Gilgamesh, hello, hello. Don't use that phrase. We don't take any prisoners. What phrase did I use? Okay, 1 villager moving out and about. Okay. Rubenstock is in firm control of the water. That's what Rubenstock is. Our Dravidian is just everywhere with his navy, his fishing ships. He's got 10 war galleys, 7 fire ships, and 2 transports. Okay. So they are putting the squeeze on Team SalzZ right now. And I'm hearing attacking because a transport, I believe, just went down to a couple of Lithuanian knights. Lithuanian knights who, by the way, should have a +0. Yeah, +0 because they don't have any relics. Green is denying them relics, and what is inside of you? 3 villagers. Okay, here we go. I mean, Rubenstock. Rubenstock is playing like Rubenstock. Look at this. This is a little weird. But he is just denying them access to this juicy, juicy forest. Oh, you play on ludicrous sized maps. By the way, is this open? Doesn't look like it. Imperial Age for Rubenstock, Imperial Age for the Max. But Vinchester is going to hit it first, light years ahead of everyone else. And what is he going to do with that time advantage? Going up to Cavaliers immediately. So many crossbows, 48 of them. Holy shit. And now Vinchester sends a train. Why did he not just, I mean, I don't know what the hell this is. This is like half completed. Well, I guess you can't cross from here I guess you can't walk over this? Yeah, okay, fair enough. I thought it was one of those shoals. Where you can traverse with a villager. So action on the water, action on the land all of a sudden. Britain villagers desperately trying to wall in behind us with stone walls. They are not fortified. One segment falls behind here, which means once this archery range falls, Lithuanian Cavaliers, although to be fair, Lithuanian Cavaliers are a little lackluster. You can't walk on water. Yeah, I thought you could, but then I guess the fact that he stopped here as well tells us that you cannot. And now our Dravidian is going to be free whenever Rubenstock remembers, has the leisure of a minute of rest to take the relics there. I love the secondary wall off that our Britain created, by the way, but there's a few weak links like this house. Ooh, no, Valese is just losing villagers. What? Suomi is ahead. 80 economic units. They're also ahead military, but now you're facing machine gunners. Oh, he got thumb ring. Of course he did. Not fully upgraded yet. Our Hindustani's adding some heavy camels to counter the Lithuanian. Rubenstock still doesn't have any monks here, although he's going heavy on the stone. They see Dragon Rider. Hello, hello. Red needs a ram to bust through. There's enough weak points here with houses and mining camps. And he's got a Lithuanian brute force army, although to be fair, again, the Lithuanian doesn't have a single relic. At least he's got forging. Our Britain is still a minute away from Imperial. Oh, he is sacrificing villagers here. He is sacrificing villagers to get the wall up. This is like every single horror movie where the chest buster gets into the room and then they lock one of their friends in there and then the alien kills them. Sending one Arbalester to finish the job. Oh, this is also a good location for those Arbalesters to kill a bunch of villagers. It looks like on the water, of course, Rubenstock has absolutely overwhelmed his opponent's navy. Hey, nice castle. You know what? I'm just gonna walk around it. And holy moly, 63 Ethiopian foot archers. It certainly is starting to look like this game is spiraling out of control here. Wide is just walking around, killing villagers, but on the water, there's nothing happening, and the entire Suomi team has escaped to center island right. Again, these paladins are good, but they don't get blast furnace. They need relics, and they have no relics because Rubenstock is just all over the water. And there we go, trade cogs. Schwetang, they move, you are right, much faster than a trade cart. 1.98 compared to 1.5. Here we go, heavy Hindustani camels. Not exactly the best unit against Arbalesters, but you know what? Actually, my apologies, these are Imperial camels. Not heavy at all. With their HP, they might stand a chance here. Just delete the frickin' stable already. Yeah, it doesn't look like the numbers are good here for teal, but red is also kind of dropping. Okay, he's deleting the barracks. He wants to surround, but red knows that he's forcing him to delete half of his own buildings here. What are you going to delete next? The town center in this stable? And the Imperials, just by virtue of their HP alone, absolutely slaughtering this force, but reinforcements come and shoo them away. That's definitely going to have to be a short. That is definitely going to have to be a short. Hindustani Imperial camels versus Ethiopian fully upgraded Arbalesters. I'm assuming they're fully upgraded at this point. Yeah, they are. Exactly, yeah, Gilgamesh. They attack 20% faster too, and they have 160 HP. But yeah, Ruben stock literally has 2.5 times the score of Classic Pro and 50% more score than everyone else. Ruben stock is just way too powerful. In the center position, there's... Well, to be fair, Ted, I was also surprised, but then those are Hindustani camels that attack 20% faster and have more HP because they're Imperial camels. But that was absolutely epic. Epic enough that I absolutely was going to make a short out of that. That was so much fun to watch. Oh, now Ruben stock is clearing up gold mining operations. Things are not going well here. Not well at all. Army count 74 to 140. And they're in firm control of the lumber. And they're in firm control of this island. Although, again, Ruben stock hasn't really made an attempt. Ruben stock sends 500 gold, pays 0 in tax. And here we go. This time, though, the Briton is here. Fully upgraded attack, completely ignoring armor. Our Briton has 26 villagers. Velese is on the verge of economically collapsing. 8 elite cannon galleons. Ruben stock's navy is bonkers. And wow. What an absolute banger of a game number 7. That was freaking epic. That was amazing. Let's see this last battle again, because I see a lot of dead bodies here. That was an epic way to end this set. And then once we're done here, for all the people watching on YouTube, we've got some awesome people on Twitch who redeemed points. Which, by the way, if you're on YouTube and watching this, get your butt to Twitch. It's free as long as you watch the stream. I don't think you even really need to follow the stream as long as you just watch. Ouch. You just accumulate points. Ooh, Cat, you're back just in time. Camels to arbalesters again. I mean, what we should all agree that it's really Ruben stock's control of the water here that absolutely won them this game, right? I mean, obviously it was a team effort. Their army count is ridiculous, but look at him. He's down here to the southeast. He's up here on patrolling the border to the center. He's got a couple of response docks available. He's taking their fish. He's got a navy up here. He's got trade cogs. How many? 26 trade cogs. What's the payload on them? Only 55 gold, but you know what? Whatever. Better than 0. Yeah, Ruben stock was just master of land and water in tonight's final game. So much so that his war galleys, now galleons, were the 3rd most trained unit. 2,000 trade profit. Our Korean, the biggest donor. And our Britain, the biggest recipient. Okay, so they were keeping their front line alive. The SalzZ team was doing the same, keeping their front line team civ alive. Our Hindustani food and gold. There's your camel wood to our Dravidian. There's your navy. And stone to our Lithuanian, which is, I don't think he even had a castle, did he? No. Actually, no, my apologies. Does have a castle. Dravidians are very powerful. Ruben stock is fantastic. No, Shortang. Dravidians are very much a naval civilization, too. One of their unique units is a naval vessel. They get free wood every time they go up in age. They're very much designed to be a powerhouse on the water. That being said, they also have some pretty powerful features on land. I mean, they've got the fastest firing skirmisher, which could have helped against some of these Britain arbalesters. But in any event, we are moving on to the final part of the evening. Hope everyone sticks around. Bear with me. I am going to redeem the first of 2 phrases. That Cat redeemed her points for. And the phrase that I am going to say is oh, I wrote this down. 1 second. Vietnamese monk, select 2. Oh, Cat.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu.
So those of you on YouTube wondering what the hell is going on, I am going to be replicating this phrase not well, so temper your expectations. Look how happy this guy is in this ad, by the way, on the top right of your screen. He's over 30 ways to save on your home and auto insurance. Look how happy he is. Oh, I just saved so much money on my home and auto insurance. I have never looked this happy when thinking about insurance. But anyway, I digress. David Hill just subscribed with Prime. Welcome to the pizza family. Thank you so much, David.
Dạ bẩm.
So the A is like a Y-A. Diabam.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc.
Den Hakoji. Okay, so Dabam Den Hakoji.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu. Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu.
Diabam Den Hakoji Jiabao Chiagao. Oh shit. The last part is throwing me off.
Dạ bẩm.
Diabam.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ.
Diabam Den Hakoji.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu.
Hi Yao. Diabam Yen Hakoji Yaba. Oh my god.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu.
Ki Yao. Diabam Yen Hakoji Ki Yao. Cat? That's pretty good. I think that's pretty damn good. Oops.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu. Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu.
By the way, the people on Twitch and YouTube, you can hear when I play it off the website. You guys can hear that, right? Diabam Dien Hakoji Ki Yao.
Dạ bẩm, điện hạ có việc chỉ dâu.
Damn, I think I freaking crushed that. I think I crushed that. Okay, and now Shuatang would like me to say King select 3. Man, I'm going to regret making this a Why are you bothering me? I'm going to be asking you guys that.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்? ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்?
See, it starts like Y-E-N. Yen. Yen.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய் ஏன் தொந்தரவு ஏன் தொந்தரவு
And then they kind of mix the end of the second word with the third one. Okay, this one's going to be tough. Tone. Oh. All right. Deep breath. Deep breath. Thank you, Gaston. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்? ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்?
Yen tondaravu segrai.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்? ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்
Yen tondaravu. Tontaravu. It sounds almost Japanese, no?
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்
You don't pronounce this A. Tontaravu.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்? ஏன் தொந்தரவு
Yen tontaravu.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்?
Segrai. Yen tontaravu. Yes. Yen tontaravu segrai. Shwetang, did I get it?
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்?
Yen tontaravu. Oh my goodness.
ஏன் தொந்தரவு செய்கிறாய்?
Yen tontaravu segrai. Tondrevasai? Okay, now you're confusing me with Twitch. You don't throw true pronunciations at me, because it's gonna confuse me even more. Well, there you go. Those people on YouTube wondering what the hell did you get yourselves into logging into this live stream. Just a cool nifty feature on Twitch where if you just leave the browser open and watch, then you accumulate points and get me to say funny things. Or if you want, I can even draw things, which I think Thomas said he was waiting to accumulate his points for. Last night I drew a monkey butt. And so, no, catch, Ratang, thank you. I might sound like I'm complaining, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. In any event, that is the set for tonight. The first two games, a little wonky with those replays not being fully. I'm going to message them on Discord to let them know. But aside from that, that last game was pretty epic. I mean, any team with Ruben stock you got to watch out for. So keep an eye on Suomi. I mean, they didn't beat an easy team. Winchester is not an easy person to beat. Neither is Classic Pro. I mean, he's consistently one of the top players on Ranked Ladder over and over again. So in any event, that's it for us tonight. Have a fantastic night, everybody. And until we meet again, which is hopefully in the next few days, join on Twitch, hit that follow button, hit the like button on YouTube, and join us more for me embarrassing myself saying phrases from languages I don't speak. And then again, thank you so much, everyone who, David for the super chat and the subscription, and your mama. I mean, Joe Mama, my apologies, your formal name. And everyone else who joined and subbed and was given a sub and who gave a sub. I appreciate all of it. And thank you so much to that one anonymous, who I still don't know who it is, who gifted 5 subs. And take care, everybody. Have a fantastic night, and see you soon. Bye.